sometimes it's, you know, you just have to take a step back, you know, take 5 days and just look back at, you know, what was working, what wasn't working, because you can just keep hitting your head against the wall and not be able to go any further, you know. So, you know, I think it's time just to take a step back and think about, you know, what things I need to work on in my game, the way I want to approach the next 6 months of the year, make a plan, and then go from there.
You seem to have won the first set a lot this year,
Yeah.
and then rolled back. So how is that related to the confidence? Because obviously you had enough confidence to start well.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. It's like, you know, just losing a lot of. I've lost a lot of 3-set matches and a lot of close matches, 6 in the third and 5s in the thirds, and it was just like one of those things where usually I'd win like, you know, half of them, or I would just get through a lot of those matches, which eventually gives you more opportunities to go deeper in tournaments. But it's just been like, it's been just a rough year for me. And just, I mean, losing a lot of tough matches and close matches. But you know what? That's part of being a tennis player, is losing and bouncing back. And I mean, I've lost, I don't even know how many matches first round this year, but I've come back and I've, tried to figure it out next week and lost again, and then come back, and I can only think of 2 decent results I've had in 6 months. That was making finals of a challenger and qualifying for a Master Series earlier this year. That I was happy with the way I was playing, and the rest of the year was just, it was very up and down. So, or down, I should say. But yeah, I think it's time just to really think about how to approach the next 6 months, not to fly, go play a tournament next week. I think it's, I have to really think about how I want to approach the year. Physically, I feel good, which has always been important for me and important for anybody, really, and take it one step at a time. I mean, there's only one way for me to go right now, is, I'm not defending anything for the rest of the year, so I can only climb back up. Overall, I think, I have to build a little bit. I have to get confidence back. I have to win some matches, and I have to find that confidence back to start winning. I think that's important. Confidence is a big part of my game. Main for me right now is just to get a little bit of a roll and win some matches, and whenever that happens, whether it's the next week or the next month or whatever. But I feel like that's what I need right now.
Right now, you've been at this a long, long time, and I think you probably thought you would leave behind the types of tournaments that you're playing these days a few years ago, and especially this year not making the slams. What's your hunger level like? What keeps you motivated?
Yeah, I just feel like there's a difference between feeling like you're playing great and feeling like everything's amazing and being stuck at 300 in the world. And there's a difference between knowing that you're not playing well and falling, and knowing that if you play better, you're going to go back up in the rankings. So right now I'm at the stage that I know I had a rough 6 months of the year, and I know I didn't play nearly at my level, and I just feel like I have it in me. Like I feel like if I just get my confidence back and play better, play like a little bit like I did last year, it's kind of like a snowball effect for me. It can happen really fast. Like I've kind of had a roller coaster career, up and down, and I feel like I've been in slumps. I was ranked 250 in the world 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I went down to I think I was down to 280 actually, and then I got myself back up and into the top 100 within a year.